As expected, the Fed raised rates 0.25% yesterday. So we're going to talk about what exactly this means to you if you're still in the market to buy a home. I'm Shaheedah Hill, getting you over the hill to home ownership and helping you confidently buy your first home. So we know why, because we watched this video, hopefully you did, why the Fed is raising interest rates. Basically, inflation is out of control. Inflation in housing and energy and food is at one of the highest rates it's been in a very long time. So they're going to raise interest rates to try to dampen, try to get rid of some of the demand in the market by making it more expensive for banks to borrow money. And when it's more expensive for lenders, they're going to pass that cost on to you. So although the Fed raising interest rates is not directly related to the mortgage market, it is going to, over time, increase the mortgage rate that you and I pay. So mortgage rates are in about the 4s, 4.25, 4.4 I saw today. I've given you two websites that you can figure out the rates, the average rate in your state. I'm going to link those both below again. But let's talk about why you would possibly buy now and why you would possibly wait. Let's talk about the buy now. So during this Fed meeting yesterday and during the press conference after, the chair of the Federal Reserve, he did indicate that he is anticipating 6 additional rate hikes in 2022. So this year, they're saying they may do 6 additional rate hikes. So that means they're going to keep on raising that rate to, again, to lower some of the demand for housing. So if you are going to buy now, you're going to be able to probably still take advantage. And when I say now, I mean like the spring, early summer. You're probably going to be able to get a rate in the 4s. Now, is it still going to be competitive come spring? I think so, because interest rates are rising. Sellers may think this is my last opportunity to get a high price for my home, because prices may go down and demand may fall off as interest rates go even higher in the fall. So you're going to have, I think, you're going to have more people who have been on the fence finally list their house, and you're going to have more buyers who have been on the fence and haven't found a house yet. They're going to get out and say, you know, let me get this 4% rate before it goes up to 5%. So I think the spring real estate market is still going to be hot. Maybe not as hot as 2021, but it will be hot. We still have enough demand from buyers, and we will have inventory from sellers thinking this is their last time to get these high prices. You may not find as many offers as you saw last year, but I feel like it will still be competitive. You will still have to put, you know, a couple of offers in before you get your offer approved. So the reason that you would buy now is because the interest rates are in the 4s. Now, let's make the case for waiting. Why would you wait in this market? Now, interest rates, the impact of interest rates, the Fed raising interest rates, may take about 6 months to really take hold, because we have a lot of other things going on. We have the war in Ukraine. We also have just supply issues. So supply is still low in a lot of areas. So those prices, we may not feel the impact of them until about 6 months from now, which is going to put us at about September. Okay, so the fall market. And in general, less people buy homes in the fall anyway. So spring is already hot. People want to sell because they want to, a lot of people have families. They want to sell as soon as the kids get out of school, and they want to be in their home before school starts again. So the spring market is traditionally very hot. That's when you're going to get the most listings, April, May, and June, you're going to get the most listings. So it's a hot market anyway. So if you wait until fall, 2 things are happening. The demand, again, is going to go back down, right? Because it's the fall market. Plus interest rates, some people are predicting by the fall, interest rates will be in the 5s. So when we're looking at this chart, it shows us a $300,000 house. So when interest rates were really going down, they were in the 2s, and this is principal and interest only. So it's not mortgage insurance, it's not taxes, it's not homeowners insurance, none of that. It's just principal and interest and no money down. So I just did 100% financing, no money down. So this 2.5%, you would have a payment of about $11.75. At 3.5, you would have a payment of about $13.47. At 4.5, that's kind of where we are now, you would have a payment of $15.20. And then at 5.5, and this is where we could be, we don't know for sure, but we could be in the fall if those rates continue to go up, and that would be at $17.03. So you can see how at each of these levels, affordability, if the price doesn't change, affordability can be an issue. If interest rates do go up into the fives, will prices come down? Now, it really depends on how much demand is left in the market at these 5% interest rates. If that's where we are by fall, you may find that there's not as much demand because affordability, people can't afford these homes anymore that would be at that price point. So you could see prices come down. Now, for a house to be comparable, so say that the interest rates are 5.5. In order to get something that's going to be equivalent to what you can get now, as far as payment, that $300,000 house would have to come down to at least maybe $270,000. So it would have to come down in price $30,000 in order for it to make sense for you to wait. And there are mortgage calculators where you kind of can play around with the interest rate and how much the prices will be. Now, there's no indication that prices will go down that much, but honestly, people don't know because we don't know that supply and demand. We don't know how that demand and that supply is going to, supply is still pretty low, but we don't know if that demand is still going to be there. There's a couple of reasons, and this happened yesterday as well. Fed Chief Powell also said for our unemployment is near record lows, so back to pre-pandemic lows. And there's actually 1.7 jobs for every unemployed person. So there is ample employment opportunity. So 1.7 jobs for every one unemployed person. So it's really, we're almost at full employment if people really want to, get jobs. So, that part of the economy is strong. Unemployment's really low. So you want to look at, should I buy now, right? So our opportunities in the market for me, or at the 4% interest rates, or am I going to wait when interest rates are possibly 5% or so? Will I have more, it'll be more negotiable. I might be able to even use down payment assistance that people aren't, accepting right now. All of the things that in this, 2 years of it being a seller's market, you may have more opportunity to get, keep some more of your cash on hand because sellers are more negotiable with you. I want you to use the tools that I have in the description. I have multiple playlists about how to buy a house, how to negotiate, all of that. Please take advantage of those because there's going to be some volatility in the months ahead. So please like and subscribe to my channel for new information about this market and new videos every week.